Hi students, in this session we are going to discuss about GST registration background process. Okay, first of all, need and advantages of registration. Why registered person, why business holders are registered? So the need and advantages are given below. Registration of the taxpayer is not only compulsory, underline the word please, not only compulsory in many cases but also beneficial to him, more beneficials. Okay, registration will provide the following advantages to taxpayer. So who is the tax paid to the government under GST? So he will take more advantages from the government or other side. So taxpayer is legally recognized as supplier of goods or services in India. He is legally authorized to collect taxes from his customers and pass on the credit of taxes paid on the goods or services supplied to the purchasers or recipients. That is the second advantage or need. He can claim input tax credit of taxes paid and can utilize the same of payment of taxes due on supplies of goods and services. Seamless flow of input tax credit from suppliers to a recipient at the national level. So he will be treated as a national level business. So these are the advantages or need of registration. So maximum try to all the business holders try to register. Compulsory registration in certain cases, compulsory, so it's a mandatory. In the following cases, registration is compulsory even if the turnover means overall the accounting year from 1st April onwards 31st March up to this 1 year's total sales is called turnover. Okay, so turnover means total entire 1 year sales. 1 year means starting from 1st April to 31st March, that is the accounting year. So accounting is only treated. Okay, next, turnover is less than 20 lakhs. Okay, less than 20 lakhs. Turnover is less than 20 lakhs. 10 lakhs for the northeastern states, that is Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Jammu and Kashmir, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, Sikkim, Tripura, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand. These are the 10 lakhs basic limit. Rest of states are turnover less than, sorry, not less than, it means more than 20 lakhs compulsory registration. Okay, in material spell missed out. Okay, so write down not less than 20 lakhs or more than 20 lakhs. Okay, more than 20 lakhs is the compulsory registered. Persons making any interstate taxable supply, person making any interstate taxable supply. Okay, printed is correct. Turnover is less than, if turnover is less than 20 lakhs but some persons compulsory registered. Person making any interstate taxable supply, casual taxable persons. Okay, persons who are required to pay tax under reverse charge, electronic commerce operators required to pay tax under subsection 5 of section 9, non-resident taxable persons, person who are required to deducted tax under section 51, person who supply goods and or services on behalf of the other registered taxable person, whether as an agent or otherwise, input service distributor, person who are required to collect taxes under section 52, every electronic commerce operator. Okay, every person supplying online information and database retrieval services from a place outside India to a person in India other than a registered person, and such other person or class of person as may be notified by the central government or a state government on the recommendations of the council. So these persons are compulsory registered if turnover is less than 20 lakhs. Printed, not mistake, it's corrected. Okay, less than to 20 lakhs compulsory registered. Other than the below these people, other than the below these people are required more than the 20 lakhs of turnover, he is compulsory registered in GST. Okay, first of all, GST registration number. After successful completion of registration process, GSTN portal. GSTN means goods and service tax number. GSTN portal shall provide registration number to each person. Register GST registration number or GSTN tax identification number. Goods and service tax identification number is 15-digit alphanumeric identification number which is allotted to each applicant who applied for GST registration. Okay, the registration number is known as goods and service tax identification number. The structure GST as follows. GST number is completely based on your PAN number. Your means proprietor PAN number, proprietor or active partner. Sorry, proprietor or firm. Okay. PAN number and state code. First 2 digits represent the state code and other 10 digits represent the entity code like proprietorship or partnership. 1 digit blank and last one is represent the check digit. The first digit of this number will represent the state code as per the Indian census 2011. The next 10 digits will be PAN number of the taxpayer who is the registered person. The 13th digit will be assigned based on the number of registrations within a state. The 14th digit has left blank for future use and currently has no use, therefore will be checked by default. The last digit will be for check for code. It may be alphabet or a number. It will be used for detection of error. So this is the GST registration number process. Okay, next, silent features of registration. Any dealer exceed the threshold limit. Threshold limit, how much discussed in the past question? 20 lakhs. Okay, 20 lakhs of turnover. Turnover means sales. Okay, threshold limit is required to take mandatory registration under GST Act. The date on which taxpayer submits application for registration shall be treated as effective date of registration. In other words, person shall be assumed as registered person from the date of application even if certificate of registration is issued on the later date. So whenever he is applied, the date will started from application date, not only certificate date. Okay, next, a person can take voluntary registration. Voluntary registration means advanced, okay, independent, advanced take registration under GST. He also, and is also eligible for ITC, input tax credit, even prior to crossing the threshold limit, provided that he does not opt for compounding scheme. In GST, 2 schemes. First one is regular scheme, second one is composition scheme. Composition scheme only one tax rate having, that is called 1% of the turnover. So he will pay the 1% of the turnover tax only. But regular dealers having some money, maybe like 0%, 5%, 12%, 18% and 28%. Okay, next, the higher threshold limit of the limit for persons opting for compounding schemes and hence can opt to pay tax at specified percentage of the turnover, but such persons are not eligible for input tax credit. Okay, PAN is mandatory requirement of registration under GST. So PAN is a mandatory. If you have not PAN, so no registration. One single application can be made both central and as well as state tax authority. Application to be filed within 30 days of after crossing the threshold limit. If a person having business in more than one state must be so get himself registered in every state, because of separate, each state maintains separate code. That's why he will take a separate registration. Approval for the application within 3 working days. Next, with a PAN separate registration for separate business vertical within a state is possible with respect to certain conditions. All business verticals separately registered will be considered as a single legal entity for the purpose of recovery dues. Application shall not be rejected without giving a notice, that is called show cause notice. Okay, a notice to show cause and without giving a person a reasonable opportunity to be heard. Section 19 subsection 8. Non-resident person may be granted registration on any other documents prescribed in absence of PAN number. Procedure of registration under GST section 25. Okay, let's see. GST Act has provided an online procedure for registration of various persons. It has recommended total of 30 forms for different process in the registration, such as application for registration, acknowledgement, query, rejection, registration certificate, show cause notice, cancellation, amendment, etc. So these are the different forms, okay, recommended by GST. Following are the main steps in the process of registration. Okay, the first step, creation of login account and verifying preliminary details. Okay, first one, every person who wants to get the registered under GST must create his login account on the GST website. GST website, note down, www.gst.gov.in. that is the GST website. GST website, to initiate the registration process, a person has to submit the email, mobile number and PAN on the GST portal. First one is submit the details, email ID, mobile number and PAN number in GST portal, on the GST portal. The PAN shall be verified automatically online. The mobile number and email verified through a OTP full form one time password validation system. These details are to be filed in form part 1 of the GSTR registration form 1. REG means registration. Okay, that is the first step. Second step, submit application form. Once basic details are verified, after completing the OTP, person has to fill the registration form and complete all the related formalities like uploading documents required for GST registration are as follows: permanent account number of the applicant, proof of business registration like certificate of incorporation, partnership, deed, etc. Identity and address proof of the promoter with photograph, proof of principal place of business like electricity bill, rent agreements. These are bank accounts, detail showing names, address and few transactions, digital signature of authorized signature. The applicant, if submitted online through GST form GST registration 02, that is the step 2. Next, step 3, verification by GST officer. So taxpayer steps are completed, finished. Now step 3 is the GST officer verification. So verification by GST officer. Once the application is filed and submitted, then it shall be forwarded to the proper officer, who will then examine the application and the documents attached. If everything is found to be in order, then GST registration will be granted within 3 working days. If any deficiency is found in the application, then then it shall be communicated to the applicant within the 3 working days. Form GSTR registration 3. After getting the deficiency, applicant will have to respond the 7 working days through form 4. Step 4. No action within the 3 days. If the officer does not respond you whether with deficiency or approval, then the applicant for grant of registration shall be deemed to have been approved. That is the 4th step. And 5th step is registration certificate. When the application is approved by the officer, then a certificate of registration in form GSTR registration 6 shall be issued through a common portal. The applicant can easily download the registration certificate from common portal using the login ID and passwords. Next, separate registration for each branch. If you have different branches in different states, then separate registration needs to be applied for each state. A registered taxable person eligible to obtain a separate registration for both business verticals may file separate application form GSTR 1 in respect of each such vertical. So this is the registration process. 6 steps. First step is PAN and OTP. Second step is submit the application form. Third step is verification by GST officer. Fourth step is no action within the 3 days. Fifth one is registration certificate. Sixth one is separate registration for each branch. So that is the registration process. Next, how to cancel the GST registration certificate. Okay, an officer under GST can either on his own accord or an application filed by the registered person or by legal heirs of the registered person. In case of death, such persons can cancel a registration. To cancel a registration application form must be submitted on the GST common portal form 16, form GST registration 16. So cancel if form GSTR registration 24 for cancellation in migration cases. Prior to cancel of registration, the officer would issue a notice to such person whose GST registration is liable to be cancelled. Require show cause within 7 working days from the date of service. Show cause as to where the GST registration should not be cancelled. First one, registration may be cancelled due to the following reasons. First one, business has been discontinued. The business has been transferred, fully amalgamated, demerged, or otherwise disposed. There is any change in the constitution of the business. For example, private limited company has to change to a public limited company. So, compulsory registration closed. The taxable person is no longer liable to be registered. For example, later law may increase threshold of registration which is above the taxpayer turnover. The registered taxable person has contravened provision of GST. A person paying tax under composition levy has not furnishing returns 3 consecutive quarters means ordinary quarters. Any taxable person has not furnished returns for a continuous period of 6 months. If you are not filing continuously 6 months, automatically it will be disclosed. Any person who has taken voluntary registration and not recommended business within the 6 months from date of registration. Any registration has been obtained by fraud, the proper officer may cancel the registration within the retrospective effect. So this is the 6 or 7 points of registration may be cancelled. Okay students, So this is the concept of GST registration process. Okay, thank you.